I'm Danny Carrillo. I'm the Western Sales Manager for Graco. Today we had a demonstration at Treasure Island in California at the Job Corps, which is a training facility for apprentice plasterers. And we invited several contractors out to come look at the pump and show the versatility of, number one, the stucco S340E and also the fireproofing F340E. And we saw that you could run a 4 or 5 man crew and get a very large production out of a 110 volt plaster pump. We then use the F340E to spray fireproofing. This 110 pump will do up to 110 bags of Monocoat MK6 per day. There again, it doesn't quite reach the production of the larger pumps, but you can run a much smaller crew, and it's much easier to set up and clean up as opposed to a large pump.
I'm Paul Gutierrez, plastering superintendent for the Raymond Company. It's comparable to some of the larger pumps I have. I think it has a lot of possibilities to the new innovations of the industry and the new technologies.
My name is Manny Rios. I'm president of a company called Rivers Del Rey. The S340E with a 3-4 man crew basically put them in a position of what another crew would do, but double the size in using a Tommy gun.
So you can get the same production out of a 110 pump as you would a much larger pump with a much easier setup. This pump will go through a standard door, only weighs 200 pounds, and cleans up within 15 minutes.
I'm Steve Winston with American Coatings, and we've been in the fireproofing business since 1978. Typically a 110 machine would be used for patching or maybe a 1 or 2 beam project, to where, you know, this machine you could actually go in and spray 100 bags a day if you wanted to with this machine. We've sprayed both the standard, which is the low density, as well as the medium density cementitious products with it. We were spraying 15 bags an hour with the standard density materials, and I think up to 16 to 18 bags an hour with the medium density materials. We could transport the pump to the projects with a pickup truck. I mean, it's small enough to fit in the back of a 6-foot bed truck. My guys were amazed at how fast a 110 pump could push material, and we were spraying that day with 150 foot of hose, maybe 180 foot of hose. So yeah, they were amazed. Nobody's seen a 110 pump push that many bags per hour. Typically this machine, the output of this machine is what we've experienced with our single phase 220 machines, and this machine's doing it with 110 power. There's little to no maintenance as long as you keep the throat seal in the piston like you would any airless machine or piston pump. Just the simplicity of rolling up on a job, plugging into any receptacle, and flicking a switch and going to work. You don't have to get wired up, you don't have to find certain breakers. It's plug and play. I'd recommend the pump to anyone looking to spray less than 1,000 bags on any project. This pump can show up at a job, plug in, flick a switch, and you're up and running. You know, 15, 20 bags an hour with a 110 machine, it's unheard of.
With the TopTech unit, we are seeing unbelievable footage or coverage with what we're going over. It is wide open here, so it lends itself to a spraying application. And so the other day, I think we had 2.5 hours on a wall spraying base coat and embedding mesh. And I think at that 2.5 hours, we were at somewhere around 1,000 square feet we were able to spray on with the TopTech unit. The size of the pump is quite impressive. It's small. It's very compact, which is easy to move. Again, makes it easy to operate, easy to clean, easy to put together, easy to tear down. We transport the ToughTech pump on the back of our pickup truck with just two guys. My father and I were easily enough to lift it and put it in the back of the truck, and it makes it easy. It's definitely mobile. Here on this job, we have a lift, Fraco lift, that we need to put the ToughTech pump up on. And again, we were able to lift it from the truck up on our scaffolding, just two guys. The eave system that we're applying here, it starts with a water barrier and a moisture barrier, and it is sprayed on the wall at a certain mil thick. After that, it has set or dried. Then we will stick our foam, our 2.5-inch foam, to that. And then after that has taken a set, we will spray our base coat and bed our mesh. And then we go to the finishing application where we spray and texture. We feel confident that we can spray 3,000 to 4,000 square feet in a day with the ToughTech pump, just two men. The base coat application, even the finish coat, maybe more than that. That would be a conservative number, but we feel confident that we could easily get that out of the ToughTech. For what it does, for its size, it's a ToughTech, that's the proper name.
My name is Cody Moss. I work for J&R Landmark. We are one of the largest masonry companies in Texas as well as the South. We're here in Dallas, Texas, working on a 16-story high-rise located off 75 and Hall, 6-story parking garage, 10-story apartments and hotels and suites. We're using a ToughTech 110-volt pump and continuous mixer on this project here. Typically on a high-rise project such as this, typically we'll have the pump on the lower section or on the ground level, which has required a lot more manpower, a lot more material, a much larger footprint on the job site. The Graco 110 pump has been extremely beneficial as it's been able to decrease my manpower by almost half while maintaining the production value of 100 yards per guy per day. It's allowed us to have a much smaller footprint on the job, which is extremely beneficial on jobs such as these. Having material close by, the easeability of the whole operation on the pump has been extremely beneficial. One of the great aspects of it is it's allowed my guys to have more focus on the end product in mind to ensure we have a good quality finish.